Alex Hormozi, a name that has quickly become one of the most talked about in the world of business, entrepreneurship, and personal finance. If you've spent any time on YouTube, TikTok, or even Twitter over the past few years, you've probably seen clips of him dropping sharp, no-nonsense business advice. But what makes him different? Why are so many people turning to his methods? And how exactly has he influenced the way new business owners think about generating income? Let's break it down. First, you need to understand Alex Hormozi's story. He wasn't born into wealth. He wasn't handed a golden opportunity. He built from scratch. His journey started with gyms. Hormozi was in the fitness industry and opened multiple gyms of his own, scaling them and experiencing firsthand the struggles that so many small business owners face. What set him apart was his ability to systematize, to document what worked, and then apply it over and over. Eventually, he built Gym Launch, a company that helped gym owners across the country not just stay afloat, but thrive. This was the foundation of his reputation. He wasn't just a business theorist, he was in the trenches himself. That's important because in the business world, advice often comes from people who've never actually done the thing they're teaching. Hormozi changed that. He made it clear, business is math, business is systems, and business is value creation. You can't just hope people buy from you. You have to understand why they buy, how to structure offers they can't refuse, and how to make your business machine efficient. From his early success, Hormozi and his wife scaled even further. They moved beyond gyms into acquisition.com, their portfolio company that invests in and scales service businesses. Their brand became synonymous with growth at scale. And his book, $100 Million Offers, exploded in popularity because it distilled everything down into a simple promise. If you can make your offer so good that people feel stupid saying no, you'll never struggle for customers again. That idea alone has completely shifted the mindset of thousands of entrepreneurs around the world. Now, what does that mean for new business owners? Let's say you're just starting out, you're overwhelmed, trying to figure out how to price your product, how to market yourself, how to actually make money consistently. This is where Hormozi's influence is massive. Instead of teaching flashy marketing tricks or complicated financial hacks, he pushes the fundamentals. He tells you to stop worrying about being clever and instead focus on creating undeniable value. If your offer solves a painful problem, if it delivers a result that matters deeply to your customer, then you don't need gimmicks. You need clarity and execution. One of the most impactful things Hormozi has done is make entrepreneurship feel accessible. He talks about business in a language that's direct, logical, and practical. When new owners hear him, they feel like, oh, this makes sense. I can do this. He strips away the fluff and motivational cliches and instead gives you equations, frameworks, and mental models. It's like turning on the lights in a room you didn't realize was dark. Another big effect he's had is reshaping the conversation about money. Many new business owners think income comes from hustling harder, working longer, or simply charging more. Hormozi flips that idea. He emphasizes that income is directly proportional to the size of the problem you solve and the perceived value of your solution. In other words, stop trading hours for dollars and start thinking about leverage. Build something that can scale beyond your own personal time. And this idea of leverage, whether it's through media, systems, employees, or capital, has changed how entrepreneurs approach growth. Instead of obsessing over being self-made in the solo sense, Hormozi makes it clear that true success comes from building a machine that runs even without you. That's the ultimate freedom new entrepreneurs are chasing, and he shows them the roadmap. But let's not overlook his presence in the digital world. Hormozi is everywhere online, and not by accident. He's mastered the art of short-form content, turning long podcasts and talks into bite-sized pieces that spread like wildfire. New entrepreneurs consume these clips daily, and each one is like a mini lesson. Even if someone never buys a book or joins a program, they're influenced by his frameworks. That's reach and impact at a level few business figures achieve. Now, let's talk about the psychology behind why he resonates. Hormozi doesn't sugarcoat. He's blunt. He'll say things like, yo, you're broke because your business sucks. It can't deserve to be rich yet. And while that might sound harsh, it cuts through the noise. New entrepreneurs actually appreciate it because they're tired of hearing just believe in yourself without real steps to move forward. Hormozi gives both the reality check and the action steps. That combination creates trust. One of his biggest contributions to the business world is his framework for offers. He breaks it down into clear components: the dream outcome, the perceived likelihood of achievement, the time delay, and the effort and sacrifice required. If you can maximize the first two and minimize the last two, you create an offer people can't resist. Thousands of entrepreneurs now think about their businesses in these terms, and that's changed the way products and services are packaged across industries. Consider a new business owner launching a coaching service. Before Hormozi, they might just say, I'll coach you for an hour a week. After applying his framework, they instead say, I'll help you lose 20 pounds in 12 weeks without giving up your favorite foods, with daily accountability and guaranteed results. See the difference? That's the Hormozi effect. Clear, specific, irresistible. Another area where he's had influence is pricing. Hormozi encourages charging based on value, not time. For new business owners, this is revolutionary. Many are scared to charge higher prices, worried customers won't pay. But Hormozi shows that if you create the right offer, people will gladly pay more because the perceived value outweighs the cost. This mindset shift alone has helped countless entrepreneurs move from struggling to thriving. And it's not just talk. Hormozi backs it up with his own story. He and Layla have scaled acquisition.com into hundreds of millions in revenue, all by applying the exact principles he teaches. That credibility makes his words carry weight. New business owners see the receipts and think, if he can do it, maybe I can too. Now, some might say his style is too intense, too blunt, or even too aggressive. But that intensity is exactly what cuts through in today's noisy online world. His straightforward delivery makes people stop scrolling and listen. And for a generation of entrepreneurs drowning in distraction, that clarity is priceless. Beyond tactics, Hormozi has also impacted how entrepreneurs think about the long game. He stresses patience, discipline, and playing the game for decades instead of chasing quick wins. That's huge for new business owners who might otherwise get discouraged when they don't see instant results. His message, bomb, bot. Business is not about getting rich quick. It's about building skills, stacking advantages, and playing the long-term compounding game. This long-term mindset is arguably one of his greatest gifts to the business community. He normalizes the grind. He makes it acceptable to not be successful right away as long as you're learning and improving. For new entrepreneurs, that's a lifeline. It means you don't have to feel like a failure just because you're not a millionaire in year one. And finally, let's talk about generosity. Hormozi has become famous for giving away what others charge for. His books, his podcasts, his YouTube content. He pours out high-value information for free. That in itself has disrupted the industry of online gurus who hide behind expensive paywalls. For new entrepreneurs, this means access to world-class business frameworks without spending thousands of dollars up front. That democratizes opportunity. So when you look at Alex Hormozi's effects on the business world, especially for new entrepreneurs trying to earn income, the impact is undeniable. He's shifted how we think about offers, pricing, value, leverage, and the long game. He's brought clarity, systems, and no-fluff education to millions. And perhaps most importantly, he's made business business feel like a science you can learn, not just a talent you're born with. For anyone starting out, that's a powerful message. You don't need to be special. You just need to build skills, create value, and stay in the game. That's the Hormozi effect. And whether you agree with all of his methods or not, one thing's clear. He has left a permanent mark on how entrepreneurs worldwide approach the journey of building income and building businesses.